Trust is like a bridge, built slowly, destroyed quickly, and rebuilt only by the brave. It only took 60 seconds for Daniel to lose what took 15 years to build. Trust, and you won't believe what he did to earn it back. Hi family, welcome back to another unforgettable episode of Stories That Inspire, where real life experiences meet life-changing lessons. I am Remilekun Idowu, and if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And to my returning subscribers, you're all amazing. Today's story is deep. It's about loyalty, betrayal, and the long road to redemption. You don't want to skip a second. And if you've missed my past stories, click the playlist right here at the top of your screen and binge the goodness later. Before we dive in, please hit the like button so more people see this story. Comment below with what trust means to you and share this with someone who needs a wake-up call. And if you haven't joined the family yet, what are you waiting for? Click subscribe and turn on your notification so that you never miss another powerful story like this one. Let's get into it. Daniel Okoro was 32, smart, sincere, born in Lagos, raised by two people who had very little money but an abundance of values. His mother, a school teacher, taught him to speak kindly. His father, a mechanic, taught him to keep his words. Son, his father would say, trust is like brake fluid. Once it leaks, everything stops working. Or like a glass, the moment it breaks, it can never be the same again. Even when you fix it, the cracks would be forever. Daniel graduated top of his class in computer engineering. Daniel climbed the corporate ladder the right way, not through shortcuts, but through service, skill, and sincerity. Before long, he was leading regional $1 million digital transformation project for a global consulting firm in Nairobi. He wasn't just respected, he was trusted. He was the guy who stayed late, mentored interns, returned clients' calls on Sundays, not because he had to, but because he cared. He built trust with people, from the janitors to the CEO, through consistency, empathy, and honesty. His manager, Melissa Wangi, was very fond of him. She trusted him so much that she would often say, with Daniel, I could sleep peacefully through every deadline. If Daniel says it's done, I don't even bother to check. And when it came to expenses reimbursement, she never asked why or how. Once Daniel says it, it gets approved. Clients loved him. Interns admired him. Teams followed him. Because Daniel delivered. Always. Until. It all started with a call from his younger brother, Eric. Late one rainy Friday night, Eric said, "Bro, I'm in trouble. I took a crypto gamble with borrowed money. I owe 35 grand. They are threatening to unalive me." Daniel replied, "Are you serious? What do you expect me to do?" Then Eric responded, "Help me just this once. You can move some clients' funds. It's unspent, right? Nobody would notice. I'll fix it later, please." Daniel's mind screamed no. But when he thought about the trouble his brother was in and how this would kill their mother if she ever finds out. Then his heart whispered, just this once. At least people have been doing it and nobody ever knew. So he rerouted $12,000 from an inactive client's account. This act was a silent betrayal, dressed as family love. As if that was not enough stress, that same week, his girlfriend Nadia, an executive at another firm, shared something over dinner. We're bidding for a Ministry of Health contract your team is consulting on. Any idea if our competitors are in? Initially, he refused to discuss his clients with Nadia. But Nadia started acting weird, refusing to pick his calls, cancelling dinners, and other joint events with him. He was feeling the pressure, and finally, he craved in. He peeked at the system and verbally disclosed confidential information to her. Nadia's firm had won, but he had mixed feelings after disclosing the information to Nadia. He felt proud and ashamed. He knew that his employer must never find out. This was a second crack in his moral armor. Just days later, a close colleague pulled him aside before a major client review. We're close to the target, but short just a little. I feel if I don't hit the target this quarter, my job is going to be at risk. I can't afford to lose my job now. I have a sick mother to take care of, and I'm the breadwinner of the family. Please kindly adjust the dashboard a little. We'll meet it next quarter because I have prospective clients. No one will ever find out, and I know I owe you big time. She didn't force him, but he felt for her. What if she loses her job? How would he feel? So he rounded up the numbers, then comforted his conscience that this is not a lie. It's just a shift. This act was his third bridge, this time in his own self-respect. In one go, everything came crashing down, and there was one big implosion. An internal audit flagged the fund redirection. Procurement questions exposed the contract leak. Client data mismatches triggered suspicion. Melissa, his manager, called him into her office. Daniel, why? You were the one person I never doubted. He sat in silence at first. Then Daniel responded, I wasn't thinking. I was trying to help people. Melissa said, you weren't helping. You were hiding behind good intentions. You broke what mattered most here. Trust. Because of the type of respect Daniel's manager had for him, it was suspended quietly, no shouting, just cut off. But the story of his suspension following an alleged fraudulent act was soon all over the news. His team distanced themselves from him, even the one that he helped. The relationship with Nadia could no longer be sustained, as Nadia only enjoyed the baby girl life and was not in for the hard times. Eric, his brother, had vanished again immediately after the initial bailout, with no thank you or payback. Daniel returned home to his parents, feeling like a failure. His father stood in the doorway and spoke to him firmly with no hug. I gave you a name. You gave it back in pieces. You were our hope. Daniel didn't argue. He did not post his own side of the story online. He took freelance jobs to survive, taught digital skills in a youth center, delivered groceries to old ladies, cleaned offices at night, one of them being his former firm's satellite branch. Every Friday, he wrote Melissa an email, not to beg, not to ask for a second chance, but to confess, reflect, and grow. This week, I learned that silence isn't punishment. It's the sound of truth echoing back. But there was no reply. At least, not for a year. But still, he wrote. Then one afternoon, an unexpected reply came in from Melissa. I've been watching quietly. I believe people can change. Come meet me. They met at a cafe, and she could see instantly that there were no apologies needed. She saw it in his eyes. We're launching an ethical program. Young consultants need to know what real consequences look like. Daniel paused and asked, why me? Because you lived it. You lost trust, but you also earned it back. The right way. Without hesitation, he said yes. Today, Daniel speaks in universities. He mentors interns. He teaches that trust isn't a policy, it's a practice. Trust isn't just about being believed. It's about being dependable when no one's watching. It's not just what you say, it's what you choose. If you're watching this and standing on the edge of a moral decision, remember Daniel. Trust takes years to earn, but seconds to lose, and a lifetime to rebuild. Also remember that rebuilding is possible. Even when the bridge is burned, ashes can be used to lay bricks. Daniel's story reminds us, even after failure, even after shame, even after being cancelled, redemption is possible. If the story touched you in any way, help us spread it by hitting the like button, drop a comment, and most importantly, share it with someone navigating trust issues right now. And tell me in the comment section, have you ever had to earn someone's trust back or rebuild your own? I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more real stories every single week. And here is my word for you this week. Even if you're falling short, you're still worth rising again. Keep going, keep rebuilding, and remember, bridges can be rebuilt if you're brave enough to try. Thank you for watching. Stay kind, stay honest, stay inspired. I am Remilekun Idowu, and see you next week.